Everybody, it's Ron Ipak, and thank you for joining me on video number 5. Now, this is the 5th video of the 5-part series about finding and hiring great technicians. And I hope you've really enjoyed and gotten great value from the previous 4 videos. And this video, I promise, is going to be every bit as good as the others, okay? Now, you got to remember, the key is not to settle, okay? Make sure you get the best person available to hire. You don't want to hire just anybody. You want to hire the best of the best. And in order to do that, you got to make yourself attractive to the best of the best. You got to be a place that people want to come working. Okay, we covered that in video number 2. Video number 3, we talked all about getting your message out there. How do you get and attract the people to your shop that are looking for a new job, or maybe even people that aren't even looking for a new job? How do you get them to apply to come to work for your great shop? Okay, and on the last video we talked about how to sift through all of those applications, and you will, if you do a good job, you will get a lot of applications for these positions or this position that you have, but you don't want to talk with all of them. You don't want to have to look through all of those resumes and spend all of that time. No, all you want to do is spend your time with the best of the best and just have those people in front of you for the interview. And that's what we're covering on today's video, is the interview process and how to have a really good interview. Okay? Now, it's important that you understand this. While you're interviewing them, they're interviewing you. It's a two-way street. Remember, we're talking about superstars here. Everybody wants to hire the superstar. So there's a lot of competition out there. So while they're trying to say, hey, I'm the right person for your position, you have to do the same thing and let them know why they need to choose you versus every other shop in town that's trying to hire them at the exact same time. So in order to do this, you need to be 100% prepared, okay? You need to stay focused, laser focus on the job at hand. No distractions and absolutely no chaos. So if you're interviewing them in your shop, make sure that you've got the environment that you're going to be able to stay focused. Nobody wants to be being interviewed and have the person interviewing them constantly picking up the phone or people knocking at their door. No, that's every bit as bad as if you were interviewing somebody and he's looking at text messages on his phone. You'd say, this guy's not focused, I'm not going to hire him. The same thing happens. If you're not focused on the person you're interviewing, they're going to get that bad feeling and they're not going to come work for you. Okay? So in order to get that great environment for that interview, if it takes staying late and interviewing after hours, do it. If it's a matter of coming in on the weekends, do it. If it's a matter of going and meeting at a library or over a cup of coffee, do it. Just get out of a distracted environment so you can focus 100% of your attention on this superstar that's right there in front of you. Remember, if you went through the process, you sifted and sorted, and now you pick the best of the best to interview, don't blow it. Okay, because if they're interviewing with you, chances are they're interviewing with other shops, okay? So I want to make sure that you have your questions written down in advance. We're not going to fly by the seat of our pants on this, okay? Write down your questions in advance and make sure your questions are open-ended. What do I mean by that? Well, it's a matter of making sure that they can't answer just yes or just no, okay? Or just with a couple words. Make sure that however you word that question, so in other words, what are your goals? The person can't say yes or no. The worst thing they'll say is, I don't have any. Well, that's probably not the person for you, okay? Successful people are goal oriented, so that would be a great question to ask is, what are your goals? Tell me about your goals. Another great question is, where do you see yourself in 3 years? And if what that person tells you isn't congruent with what you see for them in the next 3 years, chances are it's not a good fit. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 3 years? If they haven't thought about it, that means, heck, they're willing to work for anybody. They don't have a goal. They don't have a plan. And that's not really the superstar that we want to engage with here. That's another great question. Talk about their hobbies. Find out what motivates them. Okay, what makes them tick. Remember on the last video, we talked about during that interview process, we're going to find out more about this person. These are the questions you need to ask. And here's a great question. This is one you should ask everybody. If you could change just one thing about the place that you're working at right now, what would it be? And then you sit back and you listen. And what that person's going to now reveal to you is exactly the reason why he's looking for another job. He's going to tell you why he's going to want to work for you versus everybody else in town. See, if you're listening to that and if you're taking those notes and writing down what they say, you know exactly how to sell that person. When it comes time, if you think that's the right person to work for you, you're going to know exactly how to sell them on working for you, okay? So probe for their pain. Find out what they don't like. Find out what they do like. Okay, figure out if they're going to be a good fit for you. So in other words, if the person says, the one thing I'd change about my job right now is I wouldn't be open on Saturdays. And if your shop's open on Saturdays, well, they're not going to be happy with you either, because that's the number one pet peeve they have about where they're working. So you need to know if it's going to be a good fit. Okay, never try to shove a round peg in a square hole. That's what you'd be trying to do, is make it fit. No, you want this to be a good fit, or you're going to be doing this process again when that person realizes that he hates working Saturdays and he just got into the same problem again. Okay, so it's got to be a win-win situation back and forth. You got to make sure that you're going to be able to ease their pain. Now, as I said, make sure it's an open-ended question and then let them talk. Just shut up, okay? I know it's hard for us to do, but you just got to shut up, listen to what they say, and take notes, okay? Now, the way the interview process typically works is it starts off where they're trying to sell themselves to you, right? Why you should even consider hiring them. That's the little dance that we all play. But when it comes to that point, by you asking the questions and them answering the questions, when it comes to that point that you decide, hey, this is a sharp person, I want to hire them, now the tables are turned, and now you have to put on your best salesperson hat and start selling them on why they should come to work for you versus everybody else. Remember, this person is a superstar. We're looking for the best of the best. And you've determined that they're a superstar, you better make sure you've got a damn good sales presentation of why they need to choose you versus all the other shops that are looking for a great person just like him, okay? So make sure you got all your ducks in a row and you know exactly what you're going to say. And really, you're going to know how to say it by those notes you wrote down. The things that they said they don't like about their employee or employer right now, well, use those to your advantage and tell them how it's going to be a win-win situation by them coming to work for you. So if they say, I hate working Saturdays, well, that better be part of your sales presentation to them is, hey, we're not open Saturdays. Okay, if they hate their coworkers, find out why they hate their coworkers and find out, hey, no, we don't have that kind of drama going on in our shop. Whatever it is, they've told you what it's going to take to sell them. Now just use that to sell them, okay? And sell them on that you are the only choice out there. Because remember, they're probably talking with other shops. You need to eliminate everybody else and make you the only option, okay? So the next thing that you need to pay attention to here is their motivations, why they're making a change. A lot of people normally jump to the conclusion that, well, it's all about money. It's money, money, money. That's the only reason why somebody's making a change. And I'll tell you, money may motivate a few people or a lot of people, but my partners have interviewed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of superstars, and they found the number one reason why people are leaving their current job is they simply don't feel appreciated. It's that simple. Show them how you're going to be able to appreciate them. And by asking those questions, they may say, if they keep talking about money is the reason why well, then they're money motivated. But in a lot of cases, you'll find out that they just don't feel appreciated. So when it comes time to have your sales hat on, let them know how you appreciate your employees. Let them know about how you celebrate all the birthdays, or how every once in a while you close the shop down for an afternoon and you go do some fun thing with them. Okay, let them know how well you appreciate them and why you feel they're a valued employee. And if you don't do anything like that, I think it's time to start. Because if you don't do that right now with your current employees, you're going to be doing this over and over and over again, because they're going to leave you because you are not letting them feel appreciated. Because again, that's the number one reason people leave. Okay? Now I'm going to reveal to you a secret weapon that most people don't know. If and when you decide this is the right person, you're going to bring them back for a second interview, right? Never hire somebody on the first interview, okay? Bring them back for that second interview, but this time invite their spouse or invite their significant other if they're not married, okay? Why are you going to do this? Well, you got to remember, change is never easy, okay? It's a difficult decision for people to make. And if you get the spouse on board, First off, you show them you care about the spouse. You show them you care more than everybody else. You care about what their family and their personal life is as well as their job performance. So you're totally different that way. It shows you care and it shows you're different, and you're going to get that person on board with you. Boy, if you get somebody's spouse on board, she's going to be your biggest advocate. She's going to be your biggest salesperson, because you might make this person an offer and they're going to go home and they're going to think about it. They may have gotten offers from other shops, but if you're the only one that had a chance to talk with the spouse is going to be on your side because she saw what you're like, okay? And she's going to help you seal the deal and get that superstar in your shop, okay? And it also helps prevent those cold feet. You know, people have the buyer's remorse about making a change. If the spouse is there, she sees how awesome you are, she's going to help alleviate that cold feet, okay? Now, I hope you realize that this is just the tip of the iceberg that we're talking about on these 5 videos. There's no way I can cover all of that in a simple 5 video. I'd be here for weeks and weeks and weeks showing you all the gentle nuances that you need to know about just the hiring process, okay? These videos were designed to just basically give you a good starting point, okay, and to kind of scratch the tip so that you don't make the same mistakes you may have been making in the past. But there's a lot more to consider. There are pay plans, there's policy and procedure manuals you need to have in place so your employees don't run right over the top and steamroll right over the top of you. There's installing systems in place so you eliminate the chaos in your shop. And there's things you need to do to retain your great employees. And there's so much more just about the hiring process and employees. Well, that's kind of what we do here at Repair Shop Coach. We cover all aspects of running a successful shop, from hiring superstars to getting lots of great car count coming through the door, to installing systems to keep people coming back again and again and again, all the way to making more money, putting more money in your pocket and keeping more of the money that's coming through your door. That's what we do with all aspects of it because, look, my partners are all shop owners, okay? They run million-dollar shops. They know exactly what it takes to be successful. Now, you're online right now. You've been watching these 5 videos, and I'm sure you have tons of questions, right? Well, I made the offer in the other previous 4 videos. We'd like to talk with you. If you have any questions at all, just go down below this video and fill out the form, and we'll be happy to sit on the phone with you for up to an hour and answer any questions you have, okay? But we only have a few slots left because we've been doing this for the previous 4 videos. We're almost out of these slots. So don't delay any longer. Go down below. If you got questions, we've got answers, okay? And if you think you got a stupid question, understand it's important to you. It's important to us, okay? The only stupid question is the one that's never asked, as they say, okay? And this is an opportunity that we're giving you that you don't want to pass up. So again, down below this video, fill out the form and somebody from our office will get that call scheduled with you, okay? Now, I've really enjoyed making these videos, and I hope you've enjoyed them too. I hope you got some great value, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to know what you think about these videos, what we could have done better, what you like most about them, and more importantly, I'd like to know what else you'd like to know. I plan on doing several of these series of videos, so you tell me, what do you need from me? What information do you need that I can cover on future videos, okay? Please drop me a line all the way down to the bottom of this page. There's a link to our support. Drop me a note in there and I'll be happy to do whatever I can to help you out, okay? And look, if you schedule a time to talk with one of us, tell us on the phone. That would be the best way, okay? So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you very soon and hopefully talking with you very soon. This is Ron Ipak. I've enjoyed making these videos. I wish you all the very best of success. Have a phenomenal day. Take care. Bye-bye.